giving you this flyer. Just read it, and you'll know all the information you need to know. And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
All right. Have a good week.
That was the what not to do skit.
All right. So this is exactly what you don't want to do. Okay. Somebody explain to me exactly their approach to what you see.
For one, they didn't introduce themselves.
Right.
It should be more personal. Hello, my name is. And then just don't give them a flyer, because more than likely you give me something, I will read it, but a lot of people just will just throw it away or whatever.
Yeah.
So just know what you're giving them and just talk about it and explain it to them.
Because the way you give something, like if you just like give it to them, like there you go. Like, you see that? But if you give it to them like, you know, you explain to them like, it's gonna be a great man. You gotta keep this on your refrigerator so you can remember. This is like, like you take time with it. It seems more value to them, you know. So see the value in the flyer. Okay, Ashrika?
Yes, and they're going to feed off of us. So if we're excited when we give them the flyer, like they were saying, they will too. If we show them love, you know, a lot of the communities, we've already been to them. So they know, they recognize the khaki and the blue. So we have to, like, we're the forefront. This is going to be the first impression they have of NAPS for this year. And in giving that flyer out, that 5 or 10-second contact will imprint their minds for the remainder of the semester. So we have to like be excited to go out there, and they'll receive that excitement.
When Tiora opened the door, Chanel kind of was like, oh, you know, we're going to places where they don't have what we have. You know, they don't have the best of means, and you have to come to their level. Don't act like, you know, oh my goodness, I am suffering and sacrificing so much to come into your house that smells like smoke. You know, bear it. The Lord bears so much for us. We can bear the same thing too. So be approachable, be kind. If there's a stench, don't let it show. Just roll with it.
I noticed the flyer looked kind of like trash because it's already wrinkled. If your flyer, no, it's a good thing. Yeah. Like if your flyer is already looking wrinkled and stuff, it's going to be treated like trash. So as you're handed flyers, sometimes we're tempted, you know, put them in your pocket but you don't want to stuff them in your pocket. You want to make sure they stay nice because that's how they'll value it.
Okay, so we want to do it, they're going to do the skit again, and this is what they're supposed to do, okay? Supposed to do.
And we would love if you send Kelsey out with us. Is that okay? So we'll see you next week, okay? Have a great evening.
Hey, man. Okay, any comments? Good. What did you see?
Good stuff.
What good stuff? Explain.
Like just the way they approached themselves. I mean, approached the door, and they were excited to see, you know,
Kelsey, the little girl, and her mom together, and they knew that they were naps and that they were coming back, and just they were more excited than last time, and not paying attention to if it did smell bad or not. So yeah, it was good stuff.
Yeah, I saw a hand over here. Olivia.
The way that they interacted at the door was very good. Like, I'm sure everyone saw that. But more specifically, the male to female interaction was very appropriate because, in these communities, well, it doesn't matter where you live. Even if you live in a high class community, there's little girls and little boys, going through some things with adults. And so it's important that you don't intimidate children the way you approach them, so like keep it very, very friendly. And since you don't know who's watching, you don't want to give the wrong impression, especially since you may have never even seen, although we've been to these communities before, people have moved in and out over time. So there may actually be new people in the community. So some of them may actually not know that. So you want to be very careful, like the way you use that.
Just a quick note. This might not be the last time we go out in the communities with the band. All communities might not be able to get reached today, right? And so we may be going back out. So even though the flyer says the 10th, you still want to say we're about to start up our programs, okay? So you'll be seeing us soon. Does it make sense? And so some communities may be able to start on the 10th, but some may not. But just kind of, be careful in your wording when you go to the door. Hey, we're starting our programs back again. So we just want to let you know, here you go. Here's a reminder. Make sense? Don't push the date as much, even though it's on there, but okay? All right.
I think it was real good how they we are coming back, and so regardless of what community that you might be going to, even if you were working in a different community last year, like all they're seeing is blue shirts, they're seeing naps. We are coming back. Don't treat them like they're a new person unless you find out, oh, they obviously don't know who we are because, they came. But like, we're family. We're revisiting you family, not hey, new person that we never met before. Okay? Because we're all naps today.
Yeah, so they were excited. Ahmed, he was very, he knew, like, the guide your interaction. Just remember, guys, again, you're going to the community, and you want to limit as much interaction that are close to the opposite gender. Got that? Okay. And one thing, just like they knew Miss Peoria, so just if like you might not know them because it's not your community, but just like I don't know, yeah, never mind. Well, if it's your community and you know them, then you make sure you say their name like we miss you and everything. Okay, you understand?
Yes.
All right. So put this in your back pocket because we're gonna use it in about a couple hours. Okay, next thing. Did you see we had a band, right? Yeah. Naps has a band, okay? And during this day is the day where you see the full band, and the band has to keep moving. Why does the band have to keep moving? Somebody tell me. Lauren.
Well, if you're like canvassing in a big neighborhood and you're standing in front of somebody's house and you're playing the drums really loud, they might get annoyed. And you don't want them to call the cops, and so you keep it spread out throughout the whole neighborhood.
And there's a lot of ground to cover, so if the band keeps moving, it kind of reminds us that we're not staying too long.
Right. We have a lot of communities to cover, so the band, they're gonna strike it up, and we just got to you have to keep up with the band, okay? Remember that. If I don't hear the band, if I don't see the band, if I don't feel the band, then you're too far, and the band is not stopping. The band is gonna keep going. Naps is gonna keep going, and you just walk, okay? Catch up, okay? covered, and so the band's gonna keep moving. Okay, it's gonna be a huge band. You can't miss it. And they're gonna do something where there's different traps of how you get trapped at a door. Okay, you don't want to get trapped at a door. You know, grandma, she want to talk to you. You know, grandma, you gotta go. But you're gonna be running to catch up. I'm telling you. 'Cause I've been left behind before. How many of you been left behind before?
Well,
You see that? Alright, so this is what you don't want to do, okay? How to keep up with the band, okay?